Robert the Bruce died just 1 month before his 55th birthday. The independence of Scotland had been hard fought, and he had only been able to enjoy one solitary year of peace. Robert's excommunication from the Catholic Church had been lifted by the Pope, but it was something that still weighed heavy on him. And the last months of his life were filled with one last journey to the shrine of St. Ninian. St. Ninian was the man who was said to have first brought Christianity to Robert's beloved Scotland. He also saw his son David, who was only 4 years old at the time, and his son's 7-year-old bride, Joan of England. Joan was a younger sister of the King of England, and the marriage of these two small children had been part of the terms in the peace treaty negotiated between England and Scotland. As he looked at his little boy, the future King of Scotland, he could die knowing that the succession and the sovereignty of Scotland was in place as much as he possibly could set it up to be so. Robert had been ill for some time, and he finally died on June 7th, 1329, in his one-story manor house at Cardross. His body was taken to the nearby church of St Serf, where he had so often worshipped, and it was then embalmed. It was Robert the Bruce's wish that when he died, his body would be buried at Dunfermline Abbey. He also asked that his heart be taken on crusade by his old friend and chief commander, James Douglas, to the Holy Land, and finally be buried in Melrose Abbey, and that his organs be buried in the Chapel of St Serf. Dunfermline Abbey had been the burial site for the kings and queens of Scotland since the late 11th century. St. Margaret, David I, Alexander III. He would be laid to rest next to so many who had forged Scotland into what it had become. A large ornate marble tomb and effigy had been commissioned by one of the most famous stonemasons in Paris and had been brought all the way from France to memorialize Robert I, King of Scots. Over 8,000 pounds of wax for funerary candles and hundreds of yards of black funerary cloth were purchased. A huge wooden chapel of imported wood was set up within Dunfermline Abbey over where the grave of Robert would be placed. Then, his body, in a wooden coffin, was finally placed in a stone vault beneath the floor of the abbey. On his tomb in Latin was written, "Here lies the invincible, blessed King Robert. Whoever reads about his feats will repeat the many battles he fought. By his integrity he guided to liberty the kingdom of the Scots. May he now live in heaven." But that grand and glorious tomb for the king that was so reverently laid to rest is no more. During the Scottish Reformation in 1560, the royal tombs were destroyed and the abbey was badly damaged. In 1818, almost 489 years after Robert the Bruce's death, they found a body while clearing the rubble in the east of the abbey near the high altar. The body they found was encased in lead and had remnants of a gold shroud with an incision at the sternum, denoting that the heart had been removed. The body was immediately believed to be that of Robert the Bruce. A plaster cast was made of the skull, and the body was carefully reinterred in the new Abbey Church.